Hi, I'm here to remind you one more time about the great importance of time. Why you need to sometimes just slow down. Why you need to appreciate the things that you have. Look at your hands, look at your arms, look at your own reflection in the mirror. Blink a couple times and realize, yes, that is you. And it's totally amazing that's you. Even if there is a chance that you might not like your reflection, you still must learn to love what you are. If you hate who you are, or you don't like certain aspects of yourself, I will encourage you to try your best to improve. I miss talking to you. I've been a little inactive from my ASMR channel, mostly because I've been working hard on my gaming channel and balancing life as well. I'm doing good, however. I'm not stressed out in any way. I am doing fine myself, and I wanted you to know that. Please don't worry about me. I am the one here that is to look after you, and I hope we can have a nice conversation for as long as this hour goes. Make sure you get comfortable. I have so much to tell you. This past few days during Christmas, I'm gonna start with the topic of Christmas. These past few days have been rather interesting for me. I live by myself. I haven't been with my parents since months. I actually have been living by myself for many years, right? And my parents come visit me every 8 months for 1 or 2 weeks. It's not so bad. But sometimes during the season of holidays, I can feel lonely, and that is fine. Feeling alone sometimes is part of life as a reminder that, you know, we need to do our best to be social. We mustn't isolate and live fully alone, for if we do, we fall at great risk of falling down into a really dark spiral. I am here to remind you that if you currently don't have any friends, reconsider that. If it's by choice, try to reach out to people, make some friends online. And if you're alone because you simply cannot socialize or you're terrible at making friends, let me encourage you to find a place. There are multiple areas online that you can find a community you can be part of. And if people often tell you they don't like something about you, try to evaluate what is this problem. Maybe you can change a little bit. Unless, of course, people are being jerks to you and they are just trolls. Always remember that your essence and who you are as a person is more important than pleasing strangers. It is sometimes complex because you want to make friends with people, but the friends you want to be or the people you want to know might not be the nicest. Always make sure to recognize on an early stage if people are worth your time and effort, if they truly seem to care about you, if they sometimes go their way to be there for you, same as you do for them, then I think it's the right friendship worth fighting for. If it's always one sided, and if it's always you sending the message rather than them asking you how you're doing, I think you might need to change your perspective on that friendship. It's just a simple reminder. I think all of us wants to have friends one way or another. Friendship can be a beautiful thing. Being alone sometimes can be a nice thing as well. Life is a balance, and I hope you realize that sooner than later. I like being by myself. I'm an introvert dragon cat, and you know me this way. But even I can feel alone sometimes. And I'm grateful that I have you in my life. I want to start this part of this conversation by saying thank you. Thank you for being here for me. Thank you for being part of my experience in this universe. And I'm glad that despite being in multiple timelines, I can share it with you. That is beautiful. I'm sorry if there is background noise, sometimes it happens. I hope it cannot prevent you from enjoying your time with me today. I feel like every single ASMR video that I make is an experience. Some of them may have more work than others, and some of them may be more relaxing to certain people. But to me, each one of those videos, it's a chance to talk. It's a chance to interact, to get to know each other a little bit more, to share together, to become a little closer. I, for once, enjoyed reading your comments a lot. I have a question, and feel free to answer this or the next question in the following parts of the videos. How are you doing lately? Was Christmas an enjoyable thing for you? Did you have a good time? Did you get what you wanted to get? Gifts, happiness, memories? Did you spend it with someone special? Or also tell me if perhaps Christmas was not the best for you. Tell me if there was a reason why you may not enjoy it. Did something bad happen? Did you have to stay at work because, sometimes we simply can't afford stopping? I would like to know. I'm not asking you to be vulnerable about personal parts about your life. I just want to punctually know if you had a nice Christmas season, holidays, or not. And if you wish to elaborate, I would love to read the comment as well. I am gonna try to organize sometimes ASMR live streams here for this channel. I haven't done so in a while. If I'm joining in the microphone, don't think of me as rude. I'm doing this because I want to make you sleepy. I want to help you sleep a little bit. My precious potatoes. I had a dream. An interesting dream. I had a dream that we all were together in a place. I had a visual representation of some of you. You had your potatoes. And we were somewhat in a disco partying, and I was doing karaoke for everyone. I don't know what this means, but I like it. The atmosphere was great, and everyone was happy, as far as I can remember. I have been with you for 3.5 years as a streamer, and I think I've been making content here for almost a year now, or a little less than that, for my ASMR channel. And I have seen many things, and I have get to know you. I want to keep knowing you. I want to be there for you when you have something nice happening in your life. Maybe you're buying a car, a new console, you finish 100% a game. Maybe you got a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Maybe you're getting married or you're having a child. I like to cheer for you. I know it's a personal part about your life, and sometimes you simply don't want to share that with someone online. Don't ever feel pressured to do that. Now I need to go back to the main topic of the video. Time. Are you scared? Are you afraid of how fast time goes lately? shouldn't be. The only part of me that thinks as to why you should be or you could be scared of time, it's because maybe you are not doing the things that you want to do right now. Maybe you feel like you're wasting your time. And to that, I will tell you, if you think so, please recognize, what are you wasting your life on? What is making you sad or stressed out? If you're currently working towards making a better future for yourself, you are not wasting your time. This is part of life sometimes. Sure, we can look at what other people have on social media and feel a little envious, but nonetheless, you're on your own path to greatness. Sometimes it might not seem like it, but you are improving. I feel like life has a lot of ups and downs most of the time, and we need to recognize when this happens. When we are at our highest and everything is going amazing, we need to learn to enjoy life. When we are at our lowest, we need to recognize how not to give up, how to keep up our efforts. When we notice that things are not going the best, we have to give it our all sometimes and consider that life is a challenge. When things don't work out for you, you can do multiple things. You can either change your approach or keep trying harder. But never must we give up. Never. Giving up is not an option. Reinventing ourselves, yes. Changing our approach, yes. Keep going, absolutely. Giving up is the only one time in which life will feel like a waste, because all the things you worked for, all the things you had pushed yourself to obtain, all of a sudden will become meaningless if you all of a sudden give up. That is the one thing you must never let happen. Don't give up. It will always be the message that I have to give you. Even when you feel like no one cares about you. You know, this is gonna sound a little sad, but I want you to take it on the positive way. If you truly are alone and you feel like no one gives a shit about who you are, buy or adopt a mascot. Get a pet, a cat, a bird, a fish, a dog. You will notice that sometimes, and this is no topic of ridicule or feeling bad, animals that are non-human often are way more wise and loyal than many of the humans in this planet, and they can show you happiness through their own existence, short as it may be for us, creatures with longer lifespan. Sometimes having a pet companion changes you. It shows you purpose, responsibility. Your life is no longer just yours. Now you have to care about one that is fully dependent on you. It's a huge responsibility, but it also is a wonderful experience. Having a pet can teach you many things about friendship and loyalty. Reconsider if this is you. I'm not asking you to become a cat lady. I'm asking you to experience that part of life as well. It's beautiful. I'm gonna tell you something that I always carry within me for the past life. A lot of the time, people think that in this world we're only meant to be happy and that we must do whatever it takes to achieve that. And while I agree that happiness is a wonderful feeling to experience, sometimes you also need to learn how to understand sorrow. I'm not asking you to becoming emo and be depressed and listen to sad songs. I'm asking you to have the courage to take joy on your left hand and sorrow on your right hand and keep pushing forward towards your destiny. Keep pushing forward towards your loved ones, towards the ones you care, those that depend on you, or simply towards your own dreams and hobbies. I'm asking you to learn this little aspect of life. It's not just about being happy, it's about learning to mature, learning to master your emotions in your highest at your lowest. And to do that, you must meditate. You must sit there and think. You must ponder. You must open your wisdom. Disconnect yourself from social media. Turn off your computer. Leave your phone in a different room. Or just turn it off. And just lay there in your bed. If you all of a sudden feel like you want to grab your phone to watch TikTok or Instagram Reels or YouTube, stop for a moment. Fight the urge. You cannot possibly open your mind to greater things if your attention is always being consumed by something. Sometimes you need to have empty mind to see better and reflect better things in life. Sometimes too many thoughts are clouding your judgment for the better. Empty your mind. Let's do this exercise together, shall we? You're gonna close your eyes for just a couple of moments and you're gonna take a deep breath of air. Again. One more time. Now I want you to think about nothing. You are in a room, and the room is either fully white or fully dark, with a contrast dot in the center, either black or white. It's just a small piece in a room that seems to move but is static, and there are no shadows or light. It's just one plain color with a little dot in the center. I want you to focus as much as you can on that dot. And if something is invading your mind, make it a picture and make it rip off towards the right or left. Quickly. Focus only on the dot and take another deep breath. As you get closer, make sure that you're noticing how the dot is expanding and contracting with your breathing. The dot accompanies your rhythm, not just your heartbeat. All of a sudden, the dot fades into nothingness, and your mind is just empty. There are sounds in the background that sometimes want to bring you back to reality. Birds, planes, keyboard, the wind, the sound of a soft dragon cat voice. But right now you're just in limbo, and it feels okay. It's an empty space of everything, and you're gonna stay here with me. I'm next to you. You do not need to turn your head. We are both laying down, looking upwards in an empty place, and that's okay. Even if you want to add stars or rain, try to focus on nothing. Just listen to your heartbeat, listen to your breathing. The own sounds of your body is the universe speaking to you. How long has it been since you have talked to yourself? How long has it been since you have neglected your consciousness? You are going too fast, my friend. And I'm gonna teach you how to reconnect right now. It's been way too long since you heard your own voice. You only hear the thoughts rushing through, and you have forgotten how special your voice can be. Take a deep breath. And now that you know this piece, you have two choices. Open your eyes and wake up, or keep losing yourself in that comfortable place that you have found. Either way, I'm gonna be next to you. I'm not leaving you until you're ready to keep going. At the end of the day, why will I drag you to an empty place in the universe if I was not gonna take you back? You can trust me. I know sometimes trust is hard, and this is the next topic of the conversation that I want to have with you. Trust. How many times has it been since you have given trust to someone and they have failed you? How long has it been since your trust has actually been rewarded? You know, sometimes people let us down. Sometimes people fail us. And we want to hide in a cocoon forever. We want to forget what it's like to trust people. We tell ourselves, never again will I be vulnerable to everyone. But at the same time, you realize that this feeling is not good. Trusting is part of the experience of life. Being rewarded for our trust, it's a wonderful feeling. It reinforces our bonds with the people we have connected. But also, we can suffer plenty when the trust we have given to others is failed. Sometimes we don't understand why people behave the way they do. And you could say that people behave in many weird ways, unpredictable. Why will we give our trust to some that are so hard to predict? Well, that is not an answer that I can give you. Sometimes you just gotta trust. Sometimes you just gotta learn to give the right people your love and hope that they don't mess around with it. Sometimes you have to open your heart and have it protected. And sometimes you will open your heart and have it shattered. That doesn't mean that we should isolate from the world. It is all a learning experience. When someone rewards our trust, we learn to love them and be affectionate. We want to protect them because we know how special they are. When someone fails us, let us down, we learn to harden our heart and to be a little more cautious next time. Both of these experiences are important in life. If you fully trust people all the time, without being cautious, you will be naive. You will open yourself to unnecessary suffering. Even though trusting people blindly can be a wonderful feeling sometimes, you must be wary of it. I will advise you to always work and walk with balance, a fine line of not letting you be taken advantage of, but also allowing yourself to feel emotions and trusting people every now and then. It can be a lovely thing, but it can also be really heartbreaking. To that extent, I can only advise you to experience life with cautious, but not being too cautious as well. You don't want to be always isolated. Just because some people let you down doesn't mean the next one will. However, if you learn nothing from your mistakes, and even though you clearly are reading red flags from previous experiences, you allow yourself to walk right into those. Unfortunately, you are the only one to blame. You know what I'm saying? We must be wise as well. You cannot just be foolish and keep making the same mistakes over and over and over. I'm also gonna focus on the positive of trusting people. In this life, there are times in which we wanna do everything by ourselves because we feel that we cannot trust anyone else. Maybe when we grew up, we were let down many times, and now we just want to control as much as we can. To that, I say it is possible for you to try to do as much as you want, but there will be times in which you are going to have to rely on others, you like it or not. There are times in which you are going to have to trust people to do the right thing. With certain precautions, of course. I will tell you my own story. When I became a content creator, I had a hard time trusting people doing the right thing. I didn't exactly have the most trusting experience with people when I came out as transgender some years ago. I was rejected by people that used to be my friends. Of course, I walk away from them. I wouldn't be there tolerating an abusive friendship. But at the end of the day, it made me scared that sometimes, even though you can know someone for years, they just end up being against you. So I always wanted to do everything myself. When I started making content, I wanted to always moderate my own Discord server, while at the same time making content and doing all the other things. I'll tell you what, I recognize my mistake. It was simply impossible for me to keep up with everything. So I had to ask people for help. And I decided to trust people. With certain restrictions, of course. I wouldn't just simply let moderators have unlimited power, but I started trusting people. And through that trust, I have come to learn a lot of beautiful things. I've come to learn that you can only make progress in life when you truly open your heart and let those that care the most about you help you. Of course, you're not gonna be foolish and you're not gonna trust anyone random or even people that hate you. But if you find the right type of person that is there for you, caring for you on a daily basis, I don't see why you shouldn't trust this person. Take your precautions if that helps. Trust is gonna open the door for you to build amazing memories with friends. Memories that sometimes will simply not exist in the timeline that you choose to isolate yourself. It's not easy now. I know what it's like to be let down, so I can emphasize with that. Wow. My own conversations are making me sleepy. I hope you're falling asleep. I hope you're listening to my voice now from a place of comfort and confidence. Wow, that is a big yawn. And now it's time to go back to the topic. Time from a different perspective. I'm gonna tell you why it's important to make friendships and trust people. Because when you don't do that and you isolate yourself from the world, you're missing out on making memories. Memories that could change your life. Anything can be valuable, by the way. Anything can be valuable as a memory. Playing games with someone that makes you happy. Going out to watch a movie. Exercising together. Talking on Discord. Memories are beautiful things to have and treasure. It is the only thing we have. Once the years have passed and our time in this world is spent, the only thing we're gonna be taking with us are memories. That's it. Simple enough. There ain't gonna be anything else. No material possessions, no nothing, no money, no debt, only memories. And you want to make sure that when you are in your last moments, that the memories you make are wonderful and that you regret nothing. Excuse me, I'm back. I want to stand up a little bit so I can stretch and not fall asleep on my own ASMR. On my own recording. How can I try to make others relax when I myself can't keep myself awake? Oh, the dilemmas. It's okay. It's fine. We're good. The next topic I have for you, well, expanding on time, is regret. And I hope you have none of this. But if you do, listen closely. Obviously, to understand regret, you need to understand why you feel certain ways. Maybe you didn't kiss that person that you would love to love. Maybe you didn't say those words to that loved one and now you cannot anymore. Maybe you didn't do something for someone, or you didn't go to a place when you wanted to go. Regret can manifest in many ways. But I'm here to tell you that even though regret is an awful feeling to have, and often a dreadful one, you can learn a lot about from regret too. If you have ever made mistakes in life and you regret them, always remember that now you have more wisdom. Wisdom that will teach you not to miss the next time an opportunity shows up. You know, here's an example. Let's just imagine you're dating someone and you didn't know yet that you're gonna like this person. But this person is giving you clear signals that they love you and they wanna be with you. But you fail to recognize those signals, those signs, and you fail so terribly at this that the other person simply lost interest in you and moved on. Then one day you wake up and you realize, I wish I had this person in my life, but you no longer do. And so you regret their loss. However, now you will be more accurate with your wisdom and your decisions. You will be more open and receive the signals when someone likes you. And as soon as you recognize them, you have to be more assertive. You have to ask the question, right? Do you wanna be with me? Would you like to date me? You wanna ask people as well and be ready for an answer. It can be either positive or negative. It can be whatever the world has in store, but you will no longer regret it, even if they reject you. Why? Because now you know that you didn't miss the chance on your part. Who knows, maybe they will end up saying yes, or maybe they simply reject, kindly saying, no thank you, I just want to be friends. Which of course follows a little bit of bitter disappointment. But I will always let you know, it is best to have 10 minutes of an awkward conversation and a little bit of bitterness than carry forever with you the taste of regret forever. The taste of what could have been but no longer isn't. Don't let that happen to you. Make sure that you are in control and that you open up correctly to the people that care. I'm gonna have to stretch again. It's really hard for me to stay awake. Ay, that's a good stretch. You know, the more time passes and I am a content creator, sometimes I question why, even though I'm approaching 4 years of content creation, I haven't really reached that top 0.001% of a streamer, the ones that have 1,000 or 2,000 viewers daily. Sometimes I wonder why I haven't reached 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. I wonder many things, but I don't really dwell much into it because there is no point. Where I am right now, it's a very nice place too. I have a lot of people that enjoy my streams. I have a lot of people that watches my content. I have a lot of people that care. And that is what matters the most to me. That is what makes me the happiest. To realize that I'm not alone. This is my journey. And I'm trying to make it the best I can make it. I will not simply just give up. Gosh. I am so sleepy. Today I woke up at 6 a.m. I think. Yeah, 6. And I was doing my morning routine until 7. Then I messed around a little bit and I started recording this video. I need to make more ASMR. And don't you worry, I'm gonna make it. You know, guys, the Christmas that just passed is very meaningful for me. To be able to spend it with everyone on stream or here or everywhere else that I have. It's something I'm always gonna treasure, and I want you to know that's one of my memories I'm gonna keep with me forever. Oof. Oh boy, it's getting really hard to stay awake, isn't it? But I'm gonna stay here with you for 20 more minutes. I hope you're already sleepy. After I'm recording this, I'm gonna get some rest and I'm gonna go exercise as well. I have been exercising since the end of October and I feel really happy about it. Wow. I want to talk to you about something. The last topic of this video. Dreams and goals. Have you guys ever wondered Why sometimes our dream and goals are so hard to achieve? I'm pretty sure you know the answer to that question. Mostly because we set goals that are complex and difficult. Have you ever wondered if you are gonna be able to make those dreams a reality? Sometimes I wish I had more things. Sometimes I wish I had other stuff to do. But then I also realize how lucky I am to where I am. Up until what point must be we be ambitious? Up until what point we're fine where we are? I think having dreams and aspirations are a wonderful thing. And if you want to work towards something, I respect it. But don't lose yourself in the process. Sometimes dreams will take longer and require more patience than when you think. Be open to always adapt your goals. Be open to always receive new ideas too. Let me stand up a second, I need to stretch. Yeah. Oh, okay. I just did one squat and stretch my arms up, and I feel a little more awake. One of my goals and dreams for the next year, and I also want to know if you are still awake up until this point, even though I doubt it. What are your goals and dreams for the next year? What are you hoping to accomplish? Did you manage to make reality the things that you wanted? My goals and dreams for the next year is to grow a lot on YouTube. All of my channels, push them to become partners. Grow on them, making daily content on almost all my channels. It's gonna be a lot of work, I can guarantee you that much. But it's gonna be good work. I also wanna grow as a streamer. I wanna keep growing my community as a content creator. I wanna do a lot of things. Though it isn't gonna be easy, but I wouldn't like it the other way, any other way. I don't know about you, but I am the type of dragon cat that loves a challenge. When things are given easily, they are meaningless. Anyone can do that. If anyone can have it, it loses its value. And that's where I drive my motivation as well. A lot of the time, I just want to do and have what not everyone can have. It is selfish. I recognize that. motivates me. And I think it's valid motivation to have. Gosh, how hard it is to remain awake. I know for a fact that my goals and dreams will always progress forward because I work hard for it, and you must do the same. You mustn't give up what you're looking forward to. You mustn't quit. This takes me once more to the main topic. In the beginning of the video, I spoke about not giving up. I'm gonna grab water, hold on. I am heavily thinking and considering to drink some energy drink, possibly GamerSupps, while I'm recording ASMR. That way I can be fully awake for everybody. But don't worry, I got water, and water is amazing. Water will always get me going. It's a wonderful way to start the day. No caffeine, water. You know, I really hope everything that you have planned for this next year comes true. If your intentions are good, if your dreams and aspirations are noble, I hope you manage to reach reality. And you can look back and smile. We have a whole new year ahead of us. And even though the situation in the world is not the nicest, you must not give up. You must always continue forward. Keep it up. Don't stop. I'm gonna be here to remind you of it. Also, my lovely potatoes, my next ASMR video would be one using 3D. I think it's gonna be great. I almost fell asleep again. This has been a hard ASMR to record. Hold on. I'm back. I was taking a mini small nap. I think it was nice. Having these conversations with you makes me very happy. I feel accompanied. I wish I could hear your thoughts. I wish I could have a conversation with you right now. But I know this is mostly a one-sided, one-way conversation. Let me know if you like this video, because I certainly find it oddly relaxing to just fall asleep to the sound of my own voice. A little weird too, a little weird, not gonna lie. But nonetheless, a wonderful time. Have a wonderful night, okay? Tengo una muy bonita noche, sí. Whenever you're sleeping in the morning, in the afternoon, or during nighttime, I hope you get the most beautiful rest you can ever get. Much love.